In this lesson, we're going to look at how to handle a POST request using a Java servlet. This time I've brought up the form that we're going to work with. This is a simple form in an HTML page, which allows us to select a language from a drop-down box, and then we're going to submit that to our Java servlet. So you see we have our form. The only thing we need to notice different about this form is that because we're using POST, we have to set the attribute method to POST. Otherwise, the servlet will think it's trying to do a GET request rather than a POST request. So then I simply provide three selections: C++, Java, JavaScript, and a submit button for the user to click when they're ready to submit the form to the servlet. The servlet looks like this. Again, it's a very simple servlet to write. We import the same class as we did for the GET request. Our program is called PostSel servlet. Again, we extend the HTTP servlet class. Same parameters and exceptions, but notice this time the method is doPost rather than doGet. After that, everything else is the same, except for the different types of fields that we're working with. We set the content type. We create a printWriter object using our response.getWriter method. Then to draw the data out of the request, we get the parameter lang, which it gets from the form. We store that result in the string variable language. Then we write it back out to the user. Compile this program the same way you did before with the same class path. I'm not going to show you again because you've seen it several times now. Then copy the class path to the proper subdirectory. If you don't remember, go back and look at the other video. Next, you need to set up the web.xml file with the servlet tags and with the servlet mapping tags. Here are the two servlet tags, servlet name and servlet class. And if we scroll down to our mappings, here are two servlet mapping tags, servlet name and URL pattern. Again, the only difference is we've changed the name of our program. Otherwise, it looks just like the exercise 1 example, which is right below it. Once you've done that, you're ready to go. So bring up a web page. Load the form. Here's my form. Of course, we'll pick Java as our language we prefer. Then when we hit submit, you selected Java as your favorite. So now we've seen how to display a simple message, our first example. And we've also seen how to process GET requests and POST requests. So I feel like now you have a very good background in writing Java servlets, and you can take it from here using the proper reference materials to write other types of servlets that you need to write. And with that, we wrap up this exercise and we wrap up this chapter on Java servlets.